embarrassed, Robo.
Why, Reem?
It was a tie game. I had a wide-open breakaway shot on the goal, and I kicked the ball over the net.
Oh, that sounds like a gravitational misstep. A momentary miscalculation that made the ball behave badly.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving planet Earth. I can't face anyone ever again.
Where will you go, Reem?
Anywhere. Mars, Venus, Jupiter.
I like the sound of Mars. They say that's the next Earth.
Sign me up, Robo. I don't mind the desert, and red is my favorite color anyway, even if it is a bunch of rust.
Hold on, Reem. We should discuss this idea before you leave. Who will take care of the cat? Plus, you'll have to pack a very large water bottle, because there isn't much water on Mars. It's mostly ice.
Fine. It's right next to Earth, so I'll just get the next rocket ship.
Aside from leaving all your friends and family behind, you should think about why we live on Earth. The atmosphere contains enough oxygen for you to breathe. The surface is mostly water, though there is plenty of land to play soccer. It's not too hot, and it's not too cold. How many other planets really have all of those wonderful things? Did you know Mars is also very dusty? The way sandstorms happen here. And it's mostly desert, so at least the surface is something we're familiar with.
I'll go to Saturn. It has those really cool rings. I could definitely practice my soccer there, and no one would bother me.
People don't live on Saturn because it's made up of gas and has no solid surface. And you would freeze to death.
What about the rings?
It is believed that the rings are made up of pieces of comets, asteroids, and shattered moons.
There has to be somewhere I can go. The moon would be fun. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. It's so inspirational. Maybe I could take up golf.
I assume you're talking about the Earth's moon?
Yeah, the moon.
Different planets have their own moons.
What?
There's no water on the moon.
There has to be someplace I can go. Someplace far away, like Neptune or Uranus. Or closer to the sun, like Mercury or Venus.
What do you see here?
Planets?
Mercury and Venus are close to the sun, yes?
Yes.
Mercury has a similar surface to Earth's moon, a rocky, cratered surface. There is some oxygen, but because it's so close to the sun, there is dangerous ultraviolet radiation. The sun transmits different types of radiation. In the Earth's atmosphere, we see this as daylight. Earth is able to sustain life because of its diverse climates. Its atmosphere warms the Earth by day and cools it by night. Have you ever heard of a volcano?
Yeah, of course. Harat al-Medina in Saudi Arabia. And the famous Vesuvius in Italy.
Well, add Venus to that list.
What do you mean?
Venus has many volcanoes. The planet is similar to Earth in size, mass, density, and gravity. But there is a problem.
What?
The surface temperature is hot enough to melt lead, and the surface pressure feels like the bottom of a swimming pool 3 kilometers deep.
Oh.
And forget about Mercury.
Why?
It's closest to the sun, 450 degrees Celsius during the day, minus 170 at night.
How do you know all of this?
Let's just say I come from a long line of intelligent machines.
Well, there's still the faraway planets. What about Pluto? Is it still around?
Pluto is now known as a dwarf planet. It orbits the sun like the other planets, but it's way too cold to support life. Solid ice and rock.
So not Pluto. But maybe another outer planet could work.
Uranus is full of gas. And again, there is no solid surface. And Neptune, well, Neptune is known as the ice giant. So take your chances there if you want, but trust that it's in the negatives by a couple hundred degrees.
So, Mercury and Venus have too much radiation. Mars doesn't have enough water. And Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are mostly gas and have sub-freezing temperatures.
With no surfaces.
Can't play soccer in the cold with no surface.
Or oxygen.
Or water.
Earth doesn't seem so bad after all, does it?
I guess it does seem just right.
Just keep practicing your game.